Why, hello there. So this is something that we discovered while looking through the Microsoft Home catalog that was included on the Magic School Bus Explores the Human Body CD-ROM game. And I was like, ooh, this looks interesting. So what better time than to go with something nice and point and click that can utilize the right hand only. Get that mouse going on and let the old D-pad hand continue to rest for a little bit longer. So yeah, we best start out though by taking a look at the instruction manual. So it is Gahan Wilson's The Ultimate Haunted House. Ooh, a game to delight monster lovers. Halloween in May. What's going on, sons? Yeah. I suppose I have any number of point and click things that I could have gone with instead of this one, but this one's been burning a hole in my hard drive, in a manner of speaking. Yeah, we got a link here to Wikipedia for learning more about the artist in question. So they did quite a lot of work, definitely quite a lot of work indeed, but passed away in November 21st, 2019 at the age of 89. It's a nice decent number to make it to. But yeah, let's just go ahead and flip over to the first page. Gahan Wilson's The Ultimate Haunted House. Come join the cast of characters in Gahan Wilson's The Ultimate Haunted House. Enjoy wandering through the 13 mysterious rooms and participating in wacky activities. Ooh, wacky. You will meet weird characters and maybe even make one yourself. Try baking with your favorite disgusting ingredients in the kitchen and visit the dancing cockroaches in the bathroom. Didn't they later turn that into a movie? I mean, what was it? Joe's apartment. I don't think there's any relation to this. Just a nice, funny coincidence, maybe. Cockroaches. Okay, take a break and watch TV or one of the movies. But don't forget to find the 13 keys and escape, or you may be trapped in the house forever. Yeah, I need a hot button, don't I, for a nice thunderbolt sound effect. System requirements: a multimedia PC or compatible with a 486DX running at 33 megahertz or higher. Let's see, what do we got here? We got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got a 24 thread, 12 core AMD Ryzen 9 3900X running at 3.72 gigahertz. Yeah, that ought to be able to handle it. 8 megabytes of RAM. Megabytes. Well, we are rocking 32 gigabytes over here, so that should be fine as well. 40 kilobytes of available hard drive space. Well, this entire image that I'm looking at right here of the this particular page of the instruction manual is already taking up about 1,000 kilobytes of space on my hard drive. So Windows compatible sound card, yeah. SVGA display capable of 256 colors. MS-DOS operating system version 5.0 or later. I don't know about that one. Windows hasn't had DOS in it since, let's see, Windows NT came out and existed around the same time as other consumer brands of Windows, but then with Windows XP, that's when they finally merged the code back into the consumer market for that one. Microsoft Windows operating system version 3.1 or later. 40 kilobytes. What was going on, Shadow? Yeah. Such extravagance. I mean, and 640K ought to be enough for anybody, right? So, Yeah, 3.1. Well, we are rocking Windows 11, so that should be good. Microsoft mouse or compatible pointing device. Well, it's not Microsoft. It's a Black Web Grim gaming mouse that I got from Walmart a few years back. Shadow's Apple II doesn't have a hard drive. It only uses 5.25-inch floppies. I wonder if anybody has a USB 5.25-inch floppy drive. Then again, all the 5.25 floppies I have probably have dumps on archive.org. Oh shoot, I need DOS too. DOS and Windows. Yeah, in my case though, I have Windows and no DOS. I'm actually going to be running this today with OTVDM version 0.8.1. So it's kind of like Wine on Linux, but for Windows, and it lets you run 16-bit applications on 64-bit operating systems. You need to call Gateway. Yeah. One time I think I actually walked into a Gateway, like actual retail store, which was actually kind of weird at the time. I don't remember what year that was. It was interesting, though. On display, they had an all-in-one where it was like a flat-screen monitor, and the PC was built into it. Really funny stuff now, because you're like, uh-oh, my monitor died, or uh-oh, the computer is now obsolete. How do I use the monitor portion of it for something else? I bet you could find a few of those hiding at thrift stores. A lot of thrift stores don't bother taking computers, but if it looks like a regular monitor and they don't know any better, you could have a vintage PC hiding inside of it. Headphones or speakers. Well, I have headphones and speakers, but when doing the stream stuff, I have the earbuds, so that way we don't double capture the audio through the microphone. Package contents: Gahan Wilson's The Ultimate Haunted House CD-ROM disc, Gahan Wilson's The Ultimate Haunted House User's Guide, this booklet, and a Microsoft registration card. I always got to wonder about what would happen if you mail in these ancient registration cards, assuming the company that they belong to is still in business. I think it was Blizzard that really loads people up with swag if they mail in the really old registration cards now. I don't think they always do it, but every once in a while you'd see somebody get absolutely loaded up for sending in a card from like Diablo 1 or something older than that even. Next page. Installing and starting the Ultimate Haunted House. To set up the and they abbreviate Ultimate Haunted House as several times in this manual, so to set up the if you haven't turned on your computer and started Windows, do so now. Place the disk in the CD caddy and insert it into the CD-ROM drive. CD caddy? I don't think I have ever once used a CD-ROM drive that actually had CD caddies that you had to put the disk into first before inserting the whole thing into the drive. But I am aware of their existence. Open the Program Manager window if necessary. I guess maybe you have a custom shell. Click File to display the File menu, and then click Run. In the command line box, type the letter of your CD drive, a colon, a backslash, and the word setup. For example, type D:\setup. Click OK. Follow the instructions on the screen. Starting the Ultimate Haunted House. To start the from within Windows, place the disk in the CD caddy, and then insert into the CD-ROM drive. From the Program Manager window, double-click the icon in Microsoft Kids Group to start the program. The desktop will fade to black. A series of logos will appear. Then the title screen will be displayed. Really, I love the detail that they're going to describing exactly what's going to happen. You don't want anybody to be suddenly surprised in this spooky horror game. Imagine the jump scare of a logo popping up on the screen when you weren't expecting it to. Select Play Intro to see the introduction, and then click anywhere on the house to enter the foyer. Click Skip Intro to go directly into the foyer. Beginning the game. In the foyer, set the game difficulty. Using the slider on the clock, set it to easy. If this is your first time in the house, well, it technically will be. I've launched this just to make sure that it runs, and it does. But we'll go with easy. Click the Start button. Click the Help button for instructions. Displaying the rewards. If you find all 13 keys in time, you earn a cartoon, a sound, or a screensaver that can be exported to your hard drive. Huh, so you actually get a different reward every time you play? Interesting. You can only claim your reward right after you win. If you choose not to claim it, click Exit. To export your reward to your hard drive, click Get Reward from the Winning Game screen. A save file dialog box will appear. Choose a place on your hard drive and save your reward. Now this makes me want to go through the files and see if I can locate where all the rewards are and just dump all the content from it without having to actually play the game. You can open cartoons from within your Windows graphics program. Screensavers and sounds should be saved in the Windows subdirectory. To set up a screensaver, open the desktop dialog box from the control panel in Windows. Screensavers will be listed in the screensaver drop-down list box with a prefix HH, leaving off the U from that time. To use the sound, open the sound dialog box from the control panel in Windows. We got quite a big section of this just dedicated to what happens after you've won the game. Where can we have some more information about actually playing the game? That's what I'm more interested in.
Already have a Alright, I'm just ending the stream. You can find Enigma Wave your fucking self.
Uh-oh. That's layered slightly wrong. It covered up the video. Hello. Hello, Basecamp Foster, and also Future Rush. Thank you for bringing in the raid, and of course, and hello, B-Boy. Holy crap, Future Rush was playing Pokemon Let's Go. It's like my favorite game or something. Go check it out right now. Also, I got the PS5 camera running now, so we got a little bit higher resolution going than what we're all used to. Raids and burgers and raids. Wonder if Big Mac will show up. Or maybe Big Mac is scared of spooky haunted houses. Yeah, let me back up a couple pages here. Click. Yeah, so this is Gahan Wilson's The Ultimate Haunted House from 1994. We initially discovered it during the Microsoft Home catalog on Magic School Bus Explores the Human Body, and I was like, oh, that looks right up our alley. So here we are, about to dive right on in. But just kind of looking over the instructions here. Love these system requirements, though. Multimedia PC are compatible with a 486DX running at 33 megahertz or higher. 8 megabytes of RAM, 40 kilobytes of available hard drive space, double-speed CD-ROM drive, Windows-compatible sound card, SVGA display capable of 256 colors. So many colors. Uh-oh, BRB, 1 second. It's the gift of food. Tater tots with shredded cheese on top. Oh boy. Melted shredded cheese on top. Ooh, and that smells like the smoked cheddar. Maybe need to grab some of this actually while it's still hot. Let me see. Oh, heck yes. Cheese meal, yeah. And y'all were just talking about that too. Amazing. Alright, I'll just mute for a second so I don't make too many nasty mouth noises and get a little bit of this. Oh, right, very nice, but still pretty warm. I'm probably gonna attack that whenever we have any like cutscenes or anything playing. That'd be the perfect opportunity to mute real quick while stuff is happening. Let's get back to where we were. We had an overview of how to install and how to start the game. There's this whole section on here on displaying the rewards. Apparently when you finish the game successfully, it actually saves a file, which can include pictures of cartoons, sounds, and also screensavers. So that's actually kind of neat. Okay, clock buttons. The clock runs on haunted house time. During the game, it shows how much time has passed. On every hour, the clock will strike and the pointer will turn briefly into a clock. Oh, that must mean the mouse pointer. If the clock strikes 13 o'clock before you find all 13 keys, you lose the game. If you find all the keys before 13 o'clock, you will win and get a reward. Save and load. Oh, Shadow is a new move on 4 tabs and or devices. Oh boy, yeah. It's interesting. That seems to be how it works, huh? It's funny though. I guess that's just our community for you. Yeah, very, very, very solid, and the singularity. We will all be absorbed. Double tabception. Yeah, so we can save and load onto the hard drive. Nice. To retrieve a saved game, click load. To save the current game, click save. And I love how they literally have to spell every single little detail out for you. Save the game. Okay, yeah. From within any room, click Control L to load, or Control S to save. Well, I don't think I've ever heard of pressing keyboard keys as clicking before. Click pause to interrupt the game. Well, now I don't know what to believe, because there's a pause/break key on the keyboard. So when they say click pause, do they mean press the pause key on the keyboard, or is there going to be a actual actual pause button somewhere on the screen? I guess we'll find out. Let's see. Yeah, from it within any room, click Control P to pause. If you stop playing but don't click pause, the house will keep playing without you. Ominous. Click pause again to restart the game. Oh, you know, they should have thought about the wording of this a little bit, because that's kind of like restart. I mean, I understand continue playing, but restart makes me think that it's going to start over from the beginning. Go to help. Click help to learn about the game. To go to the help screen from any room, click Control H, and then quit. Click quit to return to your desktop. Within any room, click Control Q. Note the save, load, pause, help, and quit buttons are located on the clock. Did Lavender Town inspire your game choice? Well, I am going with this because it's a point-and-click game, and the left arm is, I don't know, maybe it's getting closer, but I figure I should probably not touch D-pads for just a little bit longer, and then we'll see how this goes. But yeah, this one's been burning a hole in my hard drive, honestly, since I discovered it during that previous stream, so now is as good a time as any. It does segue nicely, though, doesn't it, from spooky dead Pokemon Tower into a creepy haunted house with monsters. Carpet bag. To move the bag, click the handles of the bag and drag it to another location. To open the bag, click the center of the front of the bag. To see what's in your bag, continue to click the front of the bag. To close the bag, drag an item to the front of the bag. Note, if the bag does not stay open, it means the bag is empty. Okay, finally, playing the game. Move around the house by clicking the entrance to each room. Some entrances are obvious and some are concealed. Interact with the house as much as possible by clicking anything and by dragging movable objects to characters and objects in each room. Drag items in your carpet bag to characters and see if they will take them. Try giving them several items. You may get something back. It can take more than one item to get an item in return. Don't be afraid to use up items you'll find or get more later. Welcome in. Raid. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Still working on recovering the old D-pad arm here. So I'm playing something that is point and click, so I can let the mouse hand do all the work. And the game today is a point and click kind of puzzle / adventure horror haunted house type game from 1994 for Windows. So it should be interesting. I also have a link to the page. There we go. So this is the artist for whom, or cartoonist for whom the game is named. So he had quite...
Adventure. Adventure.
Oh, this is going to be tricky too. I do need to get all the volume adjusted, so once we get into the actual game, we're going to need to start dragging sliders around, because this was kind of loud when I had it open earlier. Where were we? Okay, interact, yes. Even more later. Okay, it's good to give characters something from your bag or click them to get advice. When you give away an item, you may get something in return.
It's haunted. It's haunted.
Yeah, we'll see. There's like a whole Frankenstein's monster laboratory that you can build your own monsters in, so that'll be good to check out too. You're getting feedback sounds? I don't know. Yeah, we can reset the old voice meter, because voice meter is sometimes a piece of doo-doo. Boom. Oh, that's probably better right there. And if it's not, then we just have to keep restarting voice meter until it decides to get its head out of its butt. Yeah, refreshes for everybody. Hooray! The refresh fairy comes down and blesses everybody with a refresh. Yeah. Negative Crackly Town. Also, what's going on? Not use a crack web. Underscore SMB 35. Okay, more items. When you give away an item, you may get something in return. If you don't, keep trying. Though the items that characters want will change from game to game, interesting, the characters' personalities stay the same. Learn what makes them angry and what gets them to give you things, okay? Some monsters will try to get you. Learn to recognize them and run away. When you find items you can drag, try to drag them into your bag. The bag will appear in every room. Anything you put inside can be dragged out and used anywhere. Ooh, checking the status of some weird Mario adjacent floppy disks you have coming your way. I see. So like contemporary to Mario, or Mario is actually still involved somehow. But I'm intrigued now either way. Oh, Mario's Game Gallery from Interplay 1994. BRB half a second? All right, switch to big boy camera, and I can actually show stuff to the camera now. Ooh. Eek. My original copy from back in the day. I have no idea if these discs still work or not, but again, you can find dumps of just about any disc you could ever possibly want. VGA graphics 580K conventional memory. Wow. And full voice acting. Saw them for a song, no packaging, but it was $5. Not bad, yeah. Let's see. The discs might be the only things that I have left now. The original box. I would have no idea where that would be. Interestingly enough, though, copyright 1994, which means that this is actually from the same year as the game that we're going to be taking a look at tonight. Let's see. What down here on top of the Windows 95 CD-ROMs. Okay, so drag items into your bag, drag them out, and do stuff here, do stuff there, do stuff everywhere. Some things you can drag are room items which won't go into the carpet bag. You can use them in the room where they appear, but you can't take them with you. Winning the game. The object of the game is to escape from the haunted house. To do this, you need to collect all 13 keys and put them back in their keyholes before the clock strikes 13. Ooh, guided tour. A. The game room. Click the noose to play hangman. Click the canvas to make a cartoon face. Save it with the photo button. Play tic-tac-toe by clicking the window. Pull the arm on the coffin to play the slot machine. B. The screening room. Click any TV button to turn it on. Click the TV screen to turn it off. Click the magic mirror to see monster movie trailers. Pull down the projector screen and click a film can. See the gallery. Play the mysterious slider puzzle. Find the Hall of Cartoons to see more of Gahan Wilson's macabre humor. D. The attic. See what's in the trunk, but don't stay too long, or it may be hard to leave. E. The library. Drag books, including ones from other rooms, to the table. Read them for hints and recipes. All right? F. The music room. Throw things out of the window. Throw things out of the window. Look in the case. Change the organ stops and play a tune. G. The foyer. Contains the clock with its buttons. See the house change as the ghosts and flames grow. H. The menagerie. Feed the fish and watch it grow, or click the gorilla to wake him. I don't know about waking a sleeping gorilla. Yep. Mario's Game Gallery is the first game in the series to feature Charles Martinet as Mario's voice actor. You cannot wait to hear some lesser-heard Italian stereotypes. Other super early Charles Martinet stuff would include Mushroom World Pinball. Feed the fish and watch it grow. See, man? Let's see. Yes, and of course, Waking the Gorilla. I, the kitchen. Cook a stew with your favorite disgusting ingredients. Drag the rolling pin to items on the cutting board or throw things in the garbage. J, the monster lab. Make a monster with body parts from the drawers, right? It's like, yeah, hyphenating that. It's kind of, I guess you need to see the whole word first, otherwise you go the wrong direction with it. And complete it with eyes and brains from Igor's tray. When you use all the right parts, click the animator array to make it dance. K, the basement hall. The hall takes you to the rooms downstairs. L, the bathroom. Mix up formulas in the bathroom sink. Yeah, I guess. Find the dancing cockroaches and give them things. M, the rec room. Squash things in the compactor. One of the library books tells you what else you can do here. Contacting Microsoft Product Support. If you have a question about your Microsoft product, first look in the printed documentation and in online help. If you cannot find the answer, contact Microsoft Product Support. In Canada, you can get telephone support by calling 905-568-3503. In the United States, you can obtain product support in several ways. Call a Microsoft support engineer. You can get telephone support at no charge via a toll line by calling 206-637-9308 between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. Pacific Time, Monday through Friday, excluding holidays. Please be at your computer when you call. After these hours, you can get telephone support 7 days a week, excluding holidays, by calling 900-555-2000. A service charge of $2 a minute will be charged to your phone bill. Kronos knows the ultimate answer to any question, and it's not 42. 8. Oh, yes, good old-fashioned 8. There's probably going to be some 8s in this game, too. Or 800-936-5700. A service charge of $25 per call will be billed to your credit card, Visa, MasterCard, or American Express. That's quite... That better be a pretty darn good call for that kind of money. Microsoft telephone support for the hearing impaired using a special TT/DD, modem, dial 206-635-4948. Call between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. Pacific Time, Monday through Friday. Microsoft support services are subject to Microsoft's then current prices, terms, and conditions, which are subject to change without notice. Support services vary outside of the United States and Canada. For information on support in other locations, contact your local Microsoft subsidiary. And then we got credits. Sure. Special thanks to the Microsoft Rugrats team. Please see disc for additional credits. Well, anyway, it's time to actually launch this. I did have this crash once while the intro was playing, so we'll see what happens. Oh yeah, and the shortcut's actually on the desktop. Here we go.
I was working in the lab late one night.
Let's see if that gets muted. All 1.5 seconds of it. Check the included documentation. Yeah, well, it's Microsoft. They gotta be like politically correct with that, and not just say RTFM. All right. In the meantime, how is that? Yeah, that is very solidly into the yellow. We need to turn that down a little bit. Let's see. Let's try. Okay, that's a little bit better. That is bouncing up and down in the yellow zone. But just yell at me if I need to move that in either direction. You can't hear me, you're in the tornado.
You're in trouble now. Dating the monster mash. It wasn't. Excellent. So nice of you to come and visit. Make yourself at home. Just be sure to leave before 13 o'clock, or else you'll have to stay here forever.
Okay. Also, hey, Deshaun, how's it going? Sound effect sounds like munching noises, and it's helping with the immersion while I'm eating, yeah. And squeaky door noise without the animation is the best, right? And the clock truly is cursed. Yeah. 13 o'clock. Definitely. Oh, we don't have... Do I have to click on that first? There we go. There's mouse pointer. Yeah, so I'm still recovering from... now I'm thinking it's closer to like a pulled muscle right down here, but I've kind of decided that I need to avoid D-pad for a little while. And so a game that can be played entirely with the mouse, I think is a good idea. So that's what's on the agenda for tonight. Also, let's see, is this... I don't see any pause button on the screen, so when they say click the pause, or they must actually mean press the pause key on the keyboard. Let's try it. Nothing happened. Well, we'll figure it out. Let's get some help.
The first thing you have to do is set the game difficulty. If you want to play an easy game, leave the difficulty lever where it is. If you want to make the game harder to win, drag the difficulty lever up higher, like this. The more difficult the game, the harder it is to find keys, and the more dangerous the house becomes. The hardest game is when the lever is all the way at the top. When the lever is where you want it, click on the start button like this. Now you try.
Ooh, spooky. Monsters in the fireplace, huh? Yeah, yeah. Can we click on them? They're not doing anything, probably because we haven't started a game yet. Well, I've never played this before, so let's just go. There we go. Make sure this is all the way down on the far on the easy side as it'll go. Oh, and with that, we're off. Clock's a ticking. What? This is like a... What is this, a monster heart? It's got like tubes sticking out all over the place. Oh, all the art from games from this time period has the same look? Yeah, well this game in particular, this is the specific artist, or cartoonist, that this game's named after. So I imagine that it would be inspired by, like, his work. Let's see, so we have Monster Heart. What? It's like a dead fish or something. Also, very clearly they had the similar directive on this one, instructions from above. We paid good money for that stock sound effects CD, and you're going to use every single sound effect on that CD. Shadow has seen the game before. You don't remember it at all, you just remember the clock. Yeah. The clock was very prominently... Uh-oh.
Excellent. Excellent.
Do you want a fish? No,
No.
he does not like dead fish. Oh, a snake. There.
I can't do anything with that disgusting mess.
Okay, well you would probably like the Monster Heart then, right?
Bring that to the lab and use it to build the ultimate monster.
And Deshaun getting the wand of Gamelon vibes? Yeah, I have not played that one. I've just seen the meme stuff from it. And as soon as Shadow turned around and saw the clock, yeah. Yeah, well that was featured in the catalog, so if you played any game that had the Microsoft catalog, you might have seen it in the demo as well. So we got dead fish, we got snake, we got bagpipes.
Bah! I dislike that sort of music.
Okay, not a fan. We got fishbowl.
Very good. I can use that. Find other things to bring me. Give me a hand.
He wants a hand? Well, no. New quest objective. Locate a hand for the mysterious doctor. So many doors, so many doors. Let's go here. That... No, when I clicked on the door, that sound was used in Myst, was it not? Let's see. That's interesting. I've never heard an organ make sounds like that before. I like that one. Okay, next. Hey, real organ. Heard some sounds like they came from the Selenitic or Selenitic. I don't know how it's pronounced. I just read it. Oops. Oh yes, and of course we can do. Get our Star Tropics reference in there. Sound of the geyser and the door, and you think I got it right the first time? Well, I've already forgotten how I pronounced it the first time, so... Take it to the ballgame. Yeah, and the parrot's a dirty song from chapter 5.
I can tell you the key to... The keys. They seem to appear wherever they please. When you put something in.
Uh-oh. And it just crashed. Well, okay then. Let's see. It's just for Windows 3.1, so I guess we could try DOSBox. Yeah. Launch up a little DOSBox X. Ski-free ready. Yeah, ski-free Yeti got us. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. We have PCM. Nope. I need DOSBox. We has DOSBox. Oh boy. The doctor doesn't want the fit. Yeah, he won't. That's right. That's right. It's randomized every time, every game. Let's see. W. No. C. Windows, Win. Okay. Oh boy. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. Whatever, that's close enough. Let's see, back to... Okay, there we go. Oop. Shadow was talking about Zelda 2 glitches in Sont's stream. Natalie asked if you could post some examples of glitches in Discord. So now you're watching glitch runs, and you want to do some any percent? Ah, okay. Chronos buffered some, and you're a bit behind. Should be okay, but if your actions are delayed or don't make sense, now I know why. Yeah. I wrote a script for Grease Monkey that if the buffer gets too large on a video, it automatically increases the playback speed, which the default Twitch player on the website does that, but it does it so slowly that it takes like forever to actually catch up. Whereas with mine, it tells it, no, play it at turbo speed until you catch up. Let's see, what is the key combination to capture the mouse pointer? I gotta find that. Capture, no, that's the wrong kind of capture. Main. Okay, Control F10. All right. So this should actually be, let's see, drive W for Windows. H house. Okay. Haunted.exe.
I was working in the lab late one night.
Okay, so hopefully this is a bit more the actual intended environment for this game, so it won't complain so much. Skip intro. Oh, but now the resolution is a problem. Alright, I want this to fill the screen, so let's go back over to here. Well, it doesn't have to be perfect, just close enough. Yeah. Okay. And this actually has the added bonus too, because now that it's running in DOSBox instead of OT VDM, it's now actually larger on my screen as well instead of 640 by 480. So added bonus. Oh, Control F10. Yeah, that's it. That's the problem, though. The game is just haunted. That's why it did what it did. Okay, so step one. Let's see what we got this time. Oh, a dead rat. Wait a minute. I dropped the rat. I dropped the rat and it turned into like a vacuum tube. Okay, we got a disgusting pie. Yeah, a very, very disgusting pie. I guess if we see any monsters that are hungry, we can toss it their way. Magnifying glass. What? Oh boy, none of the devices that I have know what to do with that emoji. So this one, it's got like a person and what is this? O1F9CC, I think is what that is. What, you wouldn't eat that pie? Well, I finished eating, so right now I'm good. Let me step one, grab the hydrate. Let me go without food for a while, and then we'll see if it looks any more appetizing. Oh, hello.
Now this is something you can really sink your teeth into. What part of the body is that from? The best part, the mind.
Oh, they ate the book. Okay, here, have this pie.
Yeah!
They don't like the pie either. Well, there we go. The dead rat.
Congratulations! I don't think we've ever been given anything more disgusting.
Sure we have. Remember Mom's apple pie?
Yep, a pie that even the monster doesn't love. Rat is better than pie, confirmed? Yes. Gradually build up a tier list of all items, huh? Okay, I see pie over there. I see... Oh, it's a different pie. So this is a slice of pie over here. Over here, it's like a top-down view of a pie. Yeah, I think this is a better monster than the mysterious doctor or mad scientist.
Did you know Gahan kept a diary?
No, I didn't know that.
Yes, and it's delicious. It comes in 2 flavors.
Now, those if you trust these, yeah, the iPad just shows a square. It doesn't want to show the pie either. Then Chrono's getting a side view of a full pie. Yeah, every single operating system, every single browser, they're going to have their own version of the emojis. So this monster is just going to keep eating books. They'll eat disgusting things, but not this. This. Okay. Confirmed then. Let's go back to the music room and try to get that hint from the organ again. Angled though? Okay. Yeah, that sound specifically out of that compilation there is absolutely totally in Myst.
I can tell you the key to the keys. They seem to appear wherever they please. When you put something in, a key may come out if the thing you put in is a thing that has clout. Just any old thing you pick up for free is not very likely to get you a key, but use things in your bag to get something new. You've taken one step toward the next key for you.
Yeah, music of sorts about you. That's weird. And the way this hard cuts on and off, you can't play anything too fast. You gotta actually hold it down for a bit to get sound out of it. Let's see, what else can we interact with?
There's an old superstition that good luck comes in if you throw something out the window.
Yeah, the manual said to throw something out the window as well. Let's see, what do we want to throw the pie out the window? Oh. No. Uh-oh, now the pie is gone. Everything screams, yeah. Well, that's it. My bag is now empty. Oh, hello. I got it. Oh, hello. I'm getting different things. Hey! Okay. So, well, I got my first key, so that's good. I feel like the hint should have been on the record, not keys on the organ. On the oh, maybe that's what the difficulty slider does. We're kind of lucky that the message was in order. Imagine if I had to push the keys all out of order in order for the message to come through the right way. Oh, violin. Sometimes violin's the answer. Take that with us. Probably done with this room. I'd imagine each room has its one key and that's it. Let's hit that key. There we go. Okay, first key. We can't actually interact with the stuff in the fireplace. I guess we'll... Well, let's see. Let's do this. Poke the door right in its eye to proceed. Oh, this one follows the mouse around. Poke. Would you like a beach ball? I guess this doesn't actually count as a character or something. What do we have here? Okay, you gotta pull it down right, or otherwise it just whips back up again. X-Eyes. Oh yeah. You know, I probably have the Windows version of that kicking around somewhere. I had a book called Stupid Windows Tricks, and it came with a floppy disk with stuff on it. Oh boy, a film strip. Copyright infringement, a go. Or not. Weird. Try again. Oh. Or maybe... No. Oh. Actually, maybe that would be a problem. I don't know if we have, like, QuickTime installed properly. Film stripping over after the races. Yeah. Yeah, plays each time. What? Oh. The red button sets the screen on fire, but it gets better. Here's a TV. Oh, it might need QuickTime or something. Wait, no, this is Microsoft. Uh-oh. Well, there goes our first... Oh. Gahan Wilson's Monster Bomb. Oh, wait, what happened to... What? That was weird. We have 3 doorknobs over here. Oh. But I can maybe take that to the kitchen. I don't know. Can I? Oh. Oh, hello again. Yeah, they still want disgusting things. Okay, good. At least they don't think the violin is disgusting, so that's a plus. Yo, what's going on, Gobs? Still recovering on the arm, so we got a point-and-click game, so the mouse hand can do all the work today.
What do we do with all those body parts? We eat them. They're an essential part of a well-balanced diet. Can I have mine with chocolate? I think this is a magic spell book.
You do? Why?
The periods taste like fairy dust.
Yeah, so this is it's Gahan Wilson's The Ultimate Haunted House from 1994 for Windows 3.1. Oh, this is the Hangman game.
Time for another game of Hangman, eh? Okay, let's go!
All right. R. S. T.
Hurry up and win this game! Don't keep me in suspense!
L. N. E. A. F. Where is it? U. Funeral.
You just got lucky that time. I dare you to try again.
Putting the fun in funeral. Yeah. Oh, and doing switch sports. Nice. Yeah, I've seen some people doing that. Yeah, there's a few aspects of that look like it'll be fun, so I'll keep an eye out for it in my store. And I can try it out when one comes in. Alright, the window pane is the tic-tac-toe game. part of the room is the wallpaper choice. Yeah, that's something. Oh, we got... We got some type of computer board thing.
Something smells rotten.
Makes me hungry.
So you get a feeling that the coffin is the key. Oh, key, dagger. Let's see, is there anything useful? No, it didn't do anything. This almost feels like it could be a puzzle too, like you spin it and when it lands on a key you do something to jam that reel to stop it from spinning. Laughing contest. Oh boy, if you just need to keep doing this over and over again until you get 3 keys, that's not too pleasant. Oh hey. Oh, we got a brain. Makes sense, 3 keys makes a key spawn, but you gotta be careful. I don't know. I don't know if anything can actually kill you in this game when you're on the easy difficulty. Maybe on the higher difficulties. Go ahead and take the... Oh. What did I give? The rat. That's what I gave him before. Let's keep going. Sleepy time for base camp. Gonna be woken up at 5:30 by the puppies. You need to sleep when you can. Yeah. Oh, Gob's going to local game shop this Friday. $100 spending limit. And you hope that, yeah, well, hopefully that works out for the best. I'd say good luck though. You never know what's gonna happen. Rope key. Dagger. Yeah, let's go. I'm in a hurry, let's go. Key bone. Good luck, don't go broke. Yeah. I wonder if there's actually like, if this is actually like a puzzle. Dragging and dropping stuff onto it, but I don't think this qualifies as a character. Let's do Hangman one more time.
If you lose this game, I'll be very unhappy.
Uh-oh. Game Shop understands your situation and is reasonable, but it's out of hand. Yeah. R-S-T-L-N-A? No, E? O? Okay. A, blank, O, blank, S-O-N. Poison.
You guessed it! You win it! Here you are!
Oh. Okay. That's nice. Do we have any more? Dreamcast games are expensive.
Another game? I suppose I don't have any choice, do I?
Yeah. So if you're going for Saturn, that's where it's really, really going nuts right now. So, gonna see what happens in the future, I guess.
Please win this game. I'm at the end of my rope.
You're glad we didn't win a funeral, yeah. Oh, hello again. Let's see. E, A, K, R, A, blank, E. Great? No? grave.
You win another prize! We'll just have to make it harder next time, won't we?
Oh, hey, look. I got an eye. Let's see, the monster earlier said something about eating body parts. Maybe they want this.
Congratulations! I don't think we've ever been given anything more disgusting.
Sure we have. Remember Mom's apple pie?
SNES and Sega carts, always good. Always good. Dreamcast, one system that Crack has not shopped for. You have a Mods disc pile that you acquired when the system was still new. Honestly, all you need is Soul Calibur. I'd have to find my stuff again. I think I have... So I have Crazy Taxi, I have Shenmue, I have Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, I have Seaman. Not... Oh, right. Grandia 2. Was that on there? I think I got that. Skies of Arcadia. Probably a few other things. It's difficult to remember now. You won a letter. I. Do we have any more body parts? Yeah. Give you the brain too, why not?
Do we like this?
Yeah, we love it.
Hey. Alright, well that was enough body parts to get the key from the monster, so that's good.
Shh! Be quiet, and we can sneak up on it.
I am quiet. You're the one who's making the noise. You be quiet.
Oh, ominous. I wonder if you could, like, get eye drops for our friend here. Ah, the old Theremin TV rabbit ears trick, huh? Aliens are among us, yeah. Uh-oh. 2 o'clock. Oh no, I woke it up. I can see a trap door here, so I feel like I'm gonna need you to move. Alright, no poison for you. 1 key an hour, you don't know how good it is. Yeah, we have 13 keys and I guess 12 hours, because when it strikes 13, it's too late.
Excuse me, madam. I live...
I think I just canceled that. Oop. Crack forgot. Old buddy gave me your Dreamcast discs, Marvel vs. Capcom 1, Street Fighter Alpha 3, Dead or Alive 2, and Mortal Kombat Gold. Yeah, that's a good fighting game collection. So what was that? Power Stone, I think, was on Dreamcast. Oh, this one does not want to make eye contact with you, unlike the other character. Look at this. Like anti-cross-eyed here. Yeah. Okay, let's play the... Oh, this is not... What is this? Okay. Uh-oh. Alright. Creepy looking... Oh. And I actually get it. I get to take it with me. Oh. Let's forget the best Dreamcast release. Web Browser 2.0. You think there's a single website that would load properly on that? I think the bandwidth requirements would cause problems before you even get into anything else.
If you keep doing as well as you have been, I have nothing to worry about.
So I don't get anything else, just talked to. It's kind of weird.
If you keep doing as well as you have been, I have nothing to worry about.
Okay, so that's... Oh, hey, we can look at cartoons. Wiggly looking people that look normal in the carnival mirror. Sub-basement, right? Yeah. Oh, come on, Harry. The man said he was sorry. Wait, this looks like something... Oh, that one was not a cartoon at all. It was a secret. Can I have bones? That would actually be an interesting thing for like a 24-hour stream. Just set up Seaman and then you just come by every once in a while, talk to it for a bit and feed it and then leave. Do not feed the fish. Monster Well, if it says do not feed the fish, clearly we actually want to feed the fish, right? That's right, the manual said we could watch the fish grow. TTS. So TTS now Twitch plays Seaman. It'd be kind of complicated because, let's see here. I don't remember how specific Seaman was about your pronunciation. Then again, if it was going through Deck Talk, we could, you could just type in the phonemes. You could use that as a workaround if you didn't know what you said. Let's see, if I remember right, you have to hold down the A button and then speak into the microphone, then release the A button when done, or maybe that was Hey You Pikachu. Like, I played both of those, but it was a very long time ago. Oh, the fish will eat the radio too. Uh-oh. Oh no, we killed the... Oh, okay, so that's how you get the dead fish, apparently. Should post Seaman Saturday, yeah. Been so long since you played the original, yeah. Oh, so it's like something that Leonard Nimoy would understand, yeah.
Keys can be in anything!
Oh, like the... Yeah, a key could be in the fish, huh? How do I get it out? Right there, do you want the fish? No? Can we open this? Maybe we have to take the fish with us somewhere where there's like a knife so we can cut it open. Oh yeah, wake the gorilla. Where is the gorilla at? Oh, what's this? Oh. I don't even know what this is. Oh, there we go. Okay, well, it's awake now. Do you want a dead fish? Okay, that works. Well, thank you for the key.
Feed the fish, make it grow.
Okay, so you're actually just the giver of hints for this room, I guess. And also of unfortunate noises. Oh, we can get lots of stuff from here. There's the bagpipes. There's the radio. Oh, I guess there's a limit to how many items you can carry with you at once. Ta-da, indeed, sorry, yeah. What else you got? Okay, well, it's kind of a body part, but I think the other monster is done with that now. Okay, slightly less dead fish. Ah, okay. Anything else? Oh, another one? Okay, so you can only have one fish. Either limit it once or it's in here only. Oh, hello.
Try throwing things out the music room window.
Yeah, I've done that. I got a key from it. Oh, that is so cliche.
Put a new fish in the fish tank if it's empty.
Yeah, I did that too.
Sometimes there's something in the teddy bear.
Teddy bear? We haven't seen a teddy bear yet.
Less than 30 minutes.
Imagine truth in advertising.
And he does look fresh and delicious.
Oh, I do believe they just ate the pizza delivery guy. Oh, there's a teddy bear in the bag? Oh, that thing. Yeah, I guess it does count. 4 o'clock and only 2 keys. Let's see, the gorilla helped with the fish. Maybe the gorilla can help with the teddy bear. Open it up. Okay.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Watch out. The creature can escape its cage.
Oh. Well, thank you for that information. Got some blood. I'm not sure if that meant he likes it or not. Yeah, the other key is still in the bag, isn't it? Let's go ahead and... Oh, okay, here's the kitchen. Got some... Okay, there's the dead rat. But... Oh, hey, a book. Hello again.
Try throwing things out the music room window.
Yeah, I've already done that. I don't know whether or not this will be... Oh, wait a minute. What can we do here?
Every time I get sanitized, right away, somebody gives me something repulsive. Go figure.
Okay, so...
Every time I get sanitized, right away, somebody gives me something repulsive. Go figure. Maybe you can use this for something. Personally, I never got a thing out of it.
Yeah. Hey, okay. Whoop. Yes?
Put a new fish in the fish tank if it's empty.
Oh, what do we have here? Pus, ants. What? Spro?
Toad livers.
Oh, okay.
Watch out for the dart. That thing's got a sharp point.
The what? Dot? What do we do? Toss this in the pot? Okay. Let's do that. But sure, why not? Got any worm? No? Teeth?
Teeth.
Okay. Okay. Drop something in front of it and it just cycles through the stuff. Okay. Decently quick progress on keys. Let's go ahead and turn these in real quick. Kind of one thing that's not really completely killer, but a bit on the annoying side. Just travel time between rooms in games like this, because all the little animations and sound effects are vitally important that they all play every single time through. Whoop. No. Okay. Okay. I wonder how much of this is actually like unique things that you have to do in every single room in order to get all the keys, or if there's any repeat tasks.
Hello? Don't say anything. Pay attention, because I only have 1 dime left. One of the creatures in the haunted house is the Frankenstein monster. You can build him yourself in the monster lab if you use the right pieces. If you build him yourself, he'll be nice to you as long as you're nice to him. But if somebody else builds the Frankenstein monster first, he won't be so friendly when you meet him. So it's a good idea to build him yourself as soon as you can figure out how.
Well, the one that we've met didn't seem to be too bad. But maybe that's because the difficulty is on easy. Oh, ice melting. Let's see. This kind of looks like... What happened last time? I clicked on the stairs and it went back upstairs.
Igor, stop poking the gorilla.
Let me hold that for you.
Okay, so you have to... nice brain, naughty brain. Okay, so now we get to build the monster ourselves. How do we actually... Okay, I see.
That one is my favorite.
I guess you can just do whatever you want to. Okay. Well, everything snaps. Okay, everything snaps into place. Oh, I know what the problem is. Nice brain? You don't have a nice brain? You don't have a naughty brain either. How can we build this then if we don't have all the stuff we need? Oh, I didn't give him any eyes either.
No, not yet. Only a complete and correct monster with all its own matching pieces can be animated.
Oh. Okay, well the rest of that was okay. Okay, where's those? Yeah, that's better. Which set of... No. Yeah, that matches. That looks right, other than this not fitting into place. Okay, that's about as complete as I can get that. No, still no brain though.
No, not yet. Only a complete and correct monster with all its own matching pieces can be animated.
Well, in that case, I don't see what your problem is. I got that. Yeah, but Eeyore takes away my bag, so I wouldn't be able to get the brain back out of the bag. Oh, and that's... Uh-oh. My. Okay. Okay. We're seeing a book from... Oh wait, book. Let's read the book. The carpet bag is convenient. I don't know how I'd get along without it. It defies explanation, the way most of this house does, but I don't care how it works, as long as it does. It's never too full. I can always put something else in. Sometimes it doesn't open, but I've learned that means it's empty. At first I found it confusing that I could put some things into the bag, but not everything. I think that some things like to stay in the room they belong in. I found I can give stuff to the quote-unquote people in this house. If I give them things, they give me things, and I never know when one of them might give me a key. I've been attacked by monsters. Sometimes very strange things happen, like I can't pick anything up, or I'll move to go right and wind up going left, or I'll walk through a doorway and wind up not in the room I was headed for, but a completely different room. None of these effects last very long, but they are annoying. So far I've collected 8 keys, and it's only just getting dark. I'll have to be more careful, but I think I can make it out of here as long as I keep using what I have to try to get the keys I want. I wish me good luck. Okay. So we can take this with us. Yeah.
An activity book.
Oh. Sure, why not? Gahan's Rainy Day Indoor Activity Book. Escaping the haunted house isn't important. Who cares if you get trapped here forever? Don't worry about finding the 13 keys. Instead, pass the time until 13 o'clock with these fun activities. Number 1, shark attack. Turn the fish into a monster shark. Feed the fish lots of body parts. They don't have to be all different. And don't forget to feed them some toxic waste. Other things contaminate the tank too. They mutate the fish. A monster shark can only grow in a contaminated tank. He'll grow bigger in stages and finally turn into a black attacking monster shark. It's dangerous. Have fun. 2, the compactor challenge. How many things can you find crush in the compactor? Add them up as you go along, and don't forget to include the characters. The current high score is Dr. Synthesis with 15. 3, pop quiz. How much do you know about the haunted house? Find the answers to these questions. What's the address of the haunted house? How did the kid get here? What is Formula 429? What does it do? How many different people and things in the haunted house can give you a key? You'll need to play a lot of games to find them all. There are a lot more than 13. What does the scroll of 13 o'clock do? How do you open an egg in the kitchen without destroying whatever's inside it? How do... And this font is really bad for trying to read it. How do you know how to make the ultimate monster? Can you tell the good Gahan and the evil Gahan apart? Before he does something nice or something mean to you, this one's hard, but you can do it if you keep your eyes and ears open. There are 50 things you can put into your bag besides keys. Can you name them all? What's Igor's full name? What's the kid's name? What's two-headed monster's name? Hint, he has 2 names, one for each head. Who lives in the violin case? The violin was in the violin case when I checked. 4. Destructo. What would happen if you broke everything you could in the haunted house? What would happen if you blew up everybody over and over again in the same game? Or better yet, crushed them in the compactor so that they were out of the game, and you blew up the toilet and the stew pot and the garbage can and the drac in the box and everything else, and you smashed the mirror and the bust and the music room window, and you destroyed the bird and the fish and drove the gorilla out of his cage. What would happen then? Could you still find the 13 keys, or would the monsters get you first? There is a lot of stuff that you can do, apparently. Hatch a bird. If you have an egg and an empty bird cage in the menagerie, you can hatch a new bird. To get an egg, feed the bird until he lays one, or look for one around the house. To get an empty bird cage, you'll have to figure out how to get rid of the bird that's in there. It takes a long time for the egg to hatch, so do other things while you're waiting. After a while, the egg will hatch, and you'll find a new bird in the cage. Your new bird will be just as obnoxious as the old one. Number 6, the haunted house top 20 hit parade. There are 20 different records in the haunted house. Can you find them all in one game? Can you stand to play them all? Hint, you can only play one record at a time. When you find a record, you have to take it to the record player or get rid of it before you can find another record. Try to find all the books and all the movies too. There are 15 movies and enough books to fill the shelf. Monster Mash. Watch the monsters dance. The basement has a monster lab in it. You can take monster pieces out of the drawers and make monsters with them. If you want to see a monster dance, you should build the monster out of matching pieces. If you use only the pieces that belong to a monster to build the monster, like making the Wolfman out of wolf pieces, then when you use the animator ray on the monster, it will dance. The hardest part about building complete monsters is finding the right eyes. Oh, okay. Keep trying until you find the eyes that fit. It may help if you leave the eyes for last. Listen to Igor. He'll give you advice on how to build a complete monster. Each monster has its own dancing style. Which one is your favorite? Play Hangman in the game room. Well, we already know how that works. Blah, 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 blah. Some of the words you think when you think about ghost stories and stuff. Yeah, hints for that. 9. Become an art critic. Look through the collection of cartoons in the magic picture frame in the gallery. Practice saying things like, "This is a fine example of line control and space sensitivity, but frankly I preferred his pre-impressionistic period," or "My 6-year-old can draw ickier things than that." 10. Miniature flying saucers. Quit the game and take the disc out of the CD-ROM drive. It's shaped just like a little flying saucer. Perfect for games of catch, target landings, or starting your own alien invasion. No, you would scratch the CD up if you go throwing it around.
Cookbook.
Cookbook? That might be helpful for figuring out how to do stuff in the kitchen.
Diary.
Diary? I think we're that one already.
An encyclopedia.
Oops.
An encyclopedia.
You gotta be very specific in how you click on this stuff. You click on it and then drag it and drop it. Herbert and Chauncey's Moldy Media Encyclopedia, Volume 1. Oh, okay, hang on, back. We eat so many books. Okay, so those are the names then of the two-headed monster. So then you gotta figure out which head is which. We eat so many books, we know almost everything. So we decided to write our own encyclopedia. We used this moldy old book as our media. Anatomy. Anatomy is the study of the parts of the body. Studying parts of the body is one of our hobbies, so is eating them. With us, Dr. Synthesis, Igor, and the vampirus around. There are always plenty of body parts in the haunted house. Look for hands, guts, heads, hearts, brains, and eyeballs. Biology is the study of living things. The haunted house has a lot of living things in it, but we're not sure you would want to study them. Not only are there people and creatures and monsters in all the rooms, but some of the items you can carry in your bag are living things. There's a caterpillar, a fish in a bowl, a snake, a teddy bear, a plate of worms, a pig, an electric eel, a blob creature, and a stunned bat. Even the heart is alive. You can tell because it's still beating. Container is a container of something that can hold something else inside it. Containers come in many shapes and sizes. The can and the egg are containers. You may be surprised at how many things have other things inside. The pig, the roast bird, the teddy bear, the dead fish, the blob creature, the bagpipes, the pie, and even the violin are containers. You never know what you'll find in containers. Oh, I need to take the violin back to the gorilla then and have him open it too, huh? Hey, Axio, what's going on? Yeah, we got this little fun point and clicky thingy going on here because I decided the D-pad arm still needs a little bit more rest. So this is Gahan Wilson's The Ultimate Haunted House. Control F10. Linksy doodle to Wikipedia page. Okay, and this apparently is where you go to for reading all the books and learning things about how this weird house operates. Oh, is this the attic? Okay, get up. This looks even more disgusting than the pie. Speaking of the pie, do we still have the pie? No, I probably threw the pie out the window. Oh, hello. Uh-oh. Okay, no problem. Let's see, there's the dead rat. Moths, does that mean it's empty? Yeah, looks like that's empty now. Oh, doing barely fine as usual. Yeah. Oh, the medical board of the state of New York hereby certifies that Dr. Synthesis is licensed to practice medicine in the state of New York. Homedale Beautiful Baby Contest. Igor Stravinsky. First place. Okay, we got more stuff over here. A plate of worms. Oh, hello. Uh-oh, 5 o'clock. Clock is always ticking in this game. We gotta get all 13 keys before it hits 13 o'clock. Y'all want some of this?
Phew! What a smell! Was that you?
Every time you do it, you blame me.
I wonder if they'll give me another key. Plate of worms.
Congratulations! I don't think we've ever been given anything more disgusting.
Sure we have. Remember Mom's apple pie?
Okay, this is different. Oh, it's probably like a replacement egg for the bird nest, like it mentioned in that book. Oh, hello. Another key. Just sitting in the box. Oh. Can I help you? I guess he's just here to make fun, weird sound effects. Would you like a dead rat, sir?
Yeah, thanks. Thanks. This is for you.
Okay. Not a bad exchange at all. Dead rat for a key. Oh my. Oh, and there's the drac in a box.
You won't get away so easily. Give me something from your bag and we'll let you go.
Ah, it's a robbery. Here.
I knew you'd be reasonable. Come back and see us again. We'll be waiting for you.
Okay, I'll move, but I think we should have gotten more.
Okay, so you can come up. What's going on here? Oh, we got a brain. Okay. Take the brain with us. And how do we get out?
If you make Formula 429, be sure you give it to the right Gahan.
Oh.
You don't know what's going to work until you try it.
Now the video game has some vintage 1994 ASMR.
Trust the kid. At least he's honest. Please help me to find the magic book. I need it to remove the curse I'm under.
Magic book. Magic book is probably not right here. It's probably somewhere else.
A diary.
No.
A diary.
Oh, there's lots of diaries.
A diary.
All of these are diary entries. I would actually kind of like to return to the main room.
Please help me to find the magic book. I need it to remove the curse I'm under.
Oh, hello, Doctor.
Very good.
What did I give the doctor last time? Would you like this? Okay.
I know you have what I want. Give it to me.
Oh. Okay. There.
What is this? This is not what I asked for.
Oh, rat. I already gave the rat away to the ghost. Can I get some more items while I'm up here? Okay, I'll go pile of guts. Oh, okay. Flying, well, flying pig. Okay, the pile of who knows what. Might as well stock up. This is like all the same stuff I gave to the two-headed monster a minute ago. I don't think there's particularly any logic to this game. It's largely just randomly shuffling items around until the game does something you want. Let's try giving them some more.
Phew! What a smell! Was that you? Every time you do it, you blame me.
Give them some more nasty stuff.
You better reach in that bag again and pull out the right thing.
Yeah, give us our yummy snack.
Yummy snack. You like garbage, though.
Congratulations! I don't think we've ever been given anything more disgusting.
Sure we have. Remember Mom's apple pie?
Can we get a lot of repeat responses here now, too?
Thank you. That's just what we wanted. Not!
Yeah, you still got the thing we really want to eat.
Really? Oh, wait a second. Pile of guts. Yeah, body parts. I like body parts.
Congratulations! I don't think we've ever been given anything more
Mom's apple
disgusting.
pie.
Sure we have. Remember Mom's apple pie?
This is just what we wanted.
Come on, let's get out the good silverware.
Okay, exchange pile of guts for the heart. Get the brain back again. Nice. Horn. Oh, and there's the pile of guts back. Okay, that's everything out of that box. There's the rat. Okay. And the pile of something. So you can basically recover all of your items. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely... nothing in there either. Maybe extorted from again real quick. Yeah.
Aha! Now we've got you!
And you show up too. Oops. Let's see, you suggested rat for the doctor. Rat.
No!
We gave him something much earlier that he was a lot happier with, and I don't remember. Oh wait, heart? I gave him a heart before, didn't I? Or did I give the heart to the two-headed? I don't remember. Oh no. Doctor wanted rat in the first crash, but it's RNG. Well, he said they're... I don't know, the personalities would stay the same, but... We'll give it a shot. Careful. So much stuff in this bag. A normal inventory screen would have been better. Oh wait, rat's not... Oh, I gave him the rat and he didn't like it? Is that what happened? Oh yeah, keep the heart and take... That's right. That is what happened there.
If you don't give me what I want, you will be very, very sorry.
Well, this time around, I don't know what you want, so let's just... pay the extortion fee, get out of here, and try to figure out how to get back to the main hall. You wanted a... Oh, do I have a hand?
Changed my mind. You can't leave until you give us something else from your bag. You'll never get out of here without help.
Oh, record. No, get back to the record. Get back to the record. It'll become more expensive every time you come up here.
I knew you'd be reasonable. Come back and see us again. We'll be waiting for you. Okay, I'll move, but it won't be this easy next time.
I see. So it'll take 3 items to get back out then. Come up here again. Leave quickly. So that is that. But yeah, it does leave us again with this problem. Where's the exit? And this book is just weird.
An encyclopedia.
No. Okay.
An encyclopedia.
Oh, so we got 2 encyclopedias.
A diary.
Oops, accidentally put that back.
An activity book.
Right, already did that one.
A cookbook.
Oh, hello, you're new. Don't want to talk to me, huh? Do we have anything that you want? I had the bag of blood, but that's long gone. What is that can? Oh wait, poison, might you like that? Probably wants the blood, but we gave it away already. Yep. Still poison. Nope, completely rejects
You
it.
and I should go out for a bite.
Uh-huh. What is this? I don't even know what this can is. Probably stuck that on that front. But yeah, how do you get back out of this room? Well, let's see how did I get here in the first place? I was in the other room with the... Oh, the cannon's gonna be a container? Yeah. So far the gorilla has been opening everything for me. Yeah. Very Angelica Houston vibes. Oh yeah. Morticia Adams. Yep.
An activity book.
I feel like one of these books is going to be the way back out. Don't know which one. Aha! Okay, that was it. Ah, the old hidden behind the rotating bookshelf routine. Toxic. Oh yes, take toxic waste with us.
It looks like today's victim is doomed, doesn't it?
We'll just see about that.
I found some popcorn in the screening room. You like popcorn?
Sure. You like liver?
Let's get these keys turned in. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 keys at 6 o'clock. Okay, should we go back here and try throwing some more stuff out the window?
The two-headed guy keeps picking on me, Gahan. They took my teddy bear.
Okay, kid. To fight back, the first thing you should do is get something they really like eyeballs, guts, hearts, or brains. Then go put the stuff downstairs in the rec room. Put it in the tickler.
The holding bar thing?
That's it. See, he'll go in there to get the stuff, then you can tickle him and stop when he gives you back the teddy bear.
Oh, okay. Oh, here's the bat. Take it with us. Oh, hello again. Have some bagpipes, why not? Oh, that must be the evil version.
I fooled you. You are so easily deceived. Now you will suffer the consequences. You're in trouble now.
Oh. No, I want to move this Skull and crossbones, mouse cursor.
There's an old superstition that good luck comes in if you throw something out the window.
This is weird. I wonder if I'm actually like actually dead in the game. Everything else is still interactable, but now I can't see anything. Well, it's easier to see over on that monitor than it is on this one. Oh, wait. Don't think you die in the game, just have negative effects? Okay, so how do we...
Igor, get me a vacuum tube, a circuit board, and a mechanical spring!
Oh, next time we get the ghost, click on him again? Okay. Oh, stuff's moving in the opposite direction. Oh, hey, I can see again. Okay. Oh, and hello to you again. Quick said the effects don't last long? Okay.
Igor, get me a vacuum tube, a circuit board, and a mechanical spring!
Oh, I have the... don't I? Oh, I had the vacuum tube at one point. Oh, so if I click on him first, that'll let me figure out whether or not it's the good version or the evil version. Let's see. When I had the good version, I clicked on him, he just went zoom, 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 and just kind of moved around to different parts of the screen. That's what you're guessing? Okay, we'll give that a shot if we see him again. 7 keys at 6, so I need to pick up the pace a little bit. Where was the room with the gorilla? Was that down here? Yep, we did not. I just gave him my stuff. Oh yeah, we still have a couple doors that haven't even explored yet here, right? Okay, got the bathroom. Plunger. Oh. Hey. Hello. Get this out of the way. Hot. Cold. Ah, you again.
Try throwing things out the music room window. The creature in the menagerie can be dangerous.
I don't remember what kind of stuff.
Mine now.
I don't know whether we got a good reaction out of him last time or not. flesh I've ever seen. Whoa.
Don't follow formulas! You don't know what you're doing!
Oh, we can take this with us. Some water. Okay, well now we got some water. You were gonna say, yeah. Can I...
Don't open anything! You'll let the monsters out!
So I can't check in, like, medicine cabinet or anything? It's just... Okay, so we can actually go... It won't let you leave that up, it just cycles a few times. I don't remember all the stuff that... So I drop something in the sink? Oh, right, making the... Okay, yeah. Break the... Yeah, activity book. So we don't have... No, I guess we'll use this in the fish tank, because it mentioned that. Oh. Oh boy. Oh, give her the bat? Yeah, let's try it. Nope. That was worth a shot. That was a good...
Are you afraid of the dark?
Indifferent. It'd be nice if we had the blood still. Well, we got a bottle of something. Can we flush stuff down the toilet? The toilet does not like that. Dark is afraid of crumbs. Yeah.
If you're tense, you should try relaxing in a quiet, dark room.
Hint? Don't know. Oh, I saw that mouse hole that was hiding behind the bag. This is quite the place here. We got this. No, we can't take that with us. Open up. About this. Because we can't take either of these things with us then. You don't think it was a hint, it was a threat. Oh, okay, right. They mentioned this. Right. Oh. Okay, right, so you bait... Okay, so you put... Oh, right, this is where you crush stuff. Didn't it mention putting something in here to use as bait?
That won't work. Try something else. That won't work. Try something else.
Well, what do you want? Not that. I think I mentioned, maybe the coffin. Like I can open and close. Oh, yeah, use something as bait, and then the monster that matches will come in, and then you can do stuff to them. Oh yeah, and the kid also wanted a teddy bear too. We haven't seen the kid yet. I don't know if this will give me the thing that's inside of the teddy bear or destroy it. Don't really want to chance that. Let me try this. Let's crush this thing. Key! Okay. Well, that worked. Let's try it again. Pull the switch! Pull the lever! Okay, that does get stuff out of stuff. So now we got another record. That. Just crush all the things. Uh-oh. Oh.
Ah, so that's where I left that.
Well, here we go again. Yep. Oh, wait a minute.
Such a lovely evening. I love it when night falls.
Gotcha. Oh. Tickler? Oh, yes. Tickle. It's not working. We have cubified her. And she's dead now. I don't know, those eyes are still moving. Okay, you can push the button to undo it. Let's re-cubify you. Can I... Putting monsters in... Oh, putting them in here takes them out of the game. Hey, yeah, Gobs, this is very weird. We have a machine here that can turn monsters into cubes. Crush some more. Oh. Okay. So you can cubify and uncubify. If you do the second time, now she's definitely dead. We can take the hand. Cubes. This must not be the composter. I don't know, we have a few things here I didn't quite figure out what all you can do with everything here. Can you put this in? Does anybody like that? That doesn't seem to be attracting anyone's attention. Now I got head I can take with me. Pull the switch, yeah. Pulling the switch closes the thing, so if I'm remembering right from what I heard, you would do that to trap them, and then you could tickle them. As soon as I let go of that, it opens back up again. Squish the egg. Now we're just... I don't know what this is, like weird chewing gum. Poison ball? Poison ball is probably supposed to go in the formula. Oh, can. Let's open that can. Open the can the fun way. Guts. Crush it again. And now it's gone. Okay. The pie. Okay, so it's kind of like an endless loop of objects. Sometimes.
Look what I have for you, young man. A pile of slimy, oozing guts.
What? Guts? Ew.
I'll add that to the list. Kid faints at the sight of eyeballs, garbage can puke, and guts.
Hey! And tell Natalie to subscribe. I'm not sure it is long. That sound about right. Wow. How's it going tonight? This is a point-and-click Windows 3.1 game. Because my right hand is all good. Left arm is better, but it's probably best if I don't D-pad for a little bit longer. Let's see, trying to remember all the places that we've been to. They're backtracking now. Oh, I should have turned in my key. Look through all these real quick. Come here, Agnes. That'll be a fun mirror. I know what happened to the left hand. Well, it's been the same thing, you know. It's, I don't know if it's, might have just been pulled muscle up, like right up here. I was kind of wondering, it was like RSI of some sort. I wasn't sure whether we were dealing with carpal tunnel or tendonitis or what exactly. Beware of the You're looking great. Cursed by witches. The world is coming to an end. Now you've got the flesh tones, right? Weird green-skinned creatures adjusting their TV set's color. Now, how are you going to turn into a Prince Charming? Oh, and this is probably... Okay. These ones are probably like shortcuts directly to whatever room is depicted. Funny thing, Eddie was always sure a meteor would get him. And then try to find like a collection of all this guy's work. Cartoons are nice and goofy. Lobsters being served human, I guess, in the restaurant. Okay, so... Go ahead and turn in the key. Oops. And this is why a regular inventory screen would have been a lot better than keep clicking on it and hope for the best. Yeah, it very strongly feels... Oh, yeah. Oh, that's kind of neat. You can actually see that it's changed to nighttime outside. Good and toss. Yeah, been everywhere, just haven't done everything. Toss some more stuff out the window. I also want to get back to the room with the gorilla too, because I think that was another source of items. I don't think tossing things out the window is going to produce any more items. We don't see a pterodactyl go flying by your window every day.
Is this 1313 Morning Lane? Sign here.
47 vacuum tubes, 19 circuit boards, 2 livers. That sounds like it's in order.
Geez, the weather report didn't say anything about a storm. Sure sounds like one, though.
I don't hear anything.
And now we know the address of the mansion. Okay, we're back here. Oh, right, toxic. Let's get the bag. Toxic waste for the. Oops. Toxic waste for the fish. Okay. Then keep feeding it. Guts for the fish. After she shows up, we know what to give him. Yeah. Here. Oh, this is probably another container. Come on, creature.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Well, I got the bagpipes back. Oh, uh-oh.
It may get darker, but don't worry. I'll be right here.
Okay, you sound like not the evil one. Do you like bagpipes? No. It's actually
I fooled you. You are so easily deceived. Now you will suffer the consequences. You're in trouble now.
Okay, then, yeah, I don't know how to tell the good one and the evil one apart. Well, he did teleport. He talked to me, and then I clicked him again, and he teleported. I guess the real one only teleported, and I clicked on him several times in a row.
Play the records, play the records.
Uh-huh.
Feed the fish, make it grow.
Okay. Cheese. Grew with fade out, and he moves without fade out? Okay, I'll keep an eye out for it when he shows up again. Fish doesn't want cheese. Need some more stuff, come on. So actually I need to be taking the records back to the room then, after all. So I'm fine with feeding the fish all of the things, since I know I can just get them back again. We still have this, I have no idea what that is. Oh. Okay, that sounds like progress. Ooh. This is nice and dramatic, but it takes too long. Probably get a brain out of that, either sponge or toilet monster part. Okay. Oh, maybe I should use that on... or the poison? Oh yes, and you got a fresh delivery of links regarding the glitches, huh? Like the Zelda 2 glitches. Oh, hello. You weren't hand.
How dare you bring me this useless junk?
Okay, then he does not want hand. How about this?
If you don't give me what I want, you will be very, very sorry.
I looked at Tom and thought, you were supposed to do this before she was awake. She's probably awake now. And he looked at the computer screen and gasped. Yeah. Oh, wait, you like this stuff.
At last! Now my great plan will work!
Right, he likes electronics pieces. There's another key. Radio to bird? No. Okay, well... Yeah, also a vacuum tube. If I find another vacuum tube doctor like that too. Okay, well, there we go. No music oh, no music release. So the fish is gone now. Whoa. Okay, there's a replacement fish. This is new, though. Oh my. Oh, you see the dress on the bars and he's getting tired of us. Yeah. Zap the bird, zap the fish. There you go. Do the ta-da thing again. You like doing that. You get so excited. Or you just tear it up. Place my fish. Empty. Okay. How about this? You like this? Okay, a little snack for the monster and he goes back to sleep. I say wake up. I still don't know how we get rid of the bird either. Oh, forced perspective. Oh, hello.
You did a great job, Master. I'm the ultimate monster. The bird prefers live food. You did a great job, Master. I'm the ultimate monster.
Okay. Oh, the worms that we do not presently have. Okay. That was a really big hand, yeah. Yeah, with the wild... And actually the fingernails, look at this. This is more claw-shaped. But it was like more fingernail-shaped when it got close to us. Monsters like to get on the action together. Which one of these is the exit door? Because we have two doors here. One of these probably leads somewhere else. Okay. Oh, everything's getting spooky now. Turn that key. Oops. Okay. Key, please. There we go. check kitchen. We got worms there once. Okay. Which way was the kitchen? However, music room stuff. It's down. Was it down in the basement? Where was it? Or was it through here? I'll try this other door. Okay, yeah, so the kitchen's the other side of that room. Good. Yeah.
Winning a game in the game room can win you some prizes, but watch out. The house can be a sore loser sometimes.
Yeah. Can't get anything out of you. You just take stuff away. Oh, blood. No, no. Here we go again. All right, but I crushed her. Could be problematic. Oh wait, book. Let's go back to the library. That might be the magic book that the skeleton wanted. Oops. That could have been a hint. I just interrupted it. Okay, which one of these? No, that's like the torture room. Second floor, not basement?
Let me
Okay.
hold that for you.
Okay. Ah, so Igor himself removes items that might be useful. Up upstairs, right through the bookshelf, yeah. Yep. And what else is... in that other room? Yeah, that's right, the sliding. Okay, so I could get a record from the, I could get a record from that. Oh, apparently that decided it wanted to come with me. Okay, we have a book. What kind of book is this? Oh boy. We have it on easy, but you don't think this is going to be a win? Yeah. Oh boy. I suppose I never should have drunk that formula I made. I never thought at the time that it could really divide me into two different personalities, but it obviously has. Oh, okay. We're getting lore. The last few years have been difficult. I spent all my time trying to correct the evil things my evil self does. When I found that he was locking people in the house with 13 magic locks, I created a magic spell of 13 keys. That way the locks could always be unlocked. But I was afraid that if I knew where the 13 keys were, then he would know where the 13 keys were. And if he knew where they were, he'd destroy them. So I cast a spell on the keys and had them scatter through the house so that no one, not even I, would know where they were. Now when unsuspecting humans come into the house, they at least have a chance of finding the keys and escaping. The Scroll of 13 O'Clock is a very powerful magic item that will allow whoever possesses it to eventually control time. This artifact in the hands of my evil self would certainly destroy the world as we know it. For this reason, I must find the scroll, and once it is mine, destroy it. Eureka, I've come across a reference to a formula which would eliminate my evil personality forever. If I could only find the book that has this formula in it, and then make the formula, I could truly be myself. Let's see. One of these things said recipe book. No, not you.
An encyclopedia.
No, go back. Oh. And well, brain, but I dropped it on the floor.
An activity book.
Activity book? No.
A cookbook.
Cookbook. Surely there's a recipe in there. Oops. Oh, hey, it's a kid.
Uh-oh. The two-headed guy eats people. Really? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Ooh. No hint for me. Oh, or the ball? Yeah, that sounds like the perfect object for him. Teddy bear we already crushed and got the thing out of it. Here you go, kid.
Thank you. This is for you now.
Yeah, a key. Perfect. Okay, and now... Oh, not that one. Now let's check that recipe book out.
An encyclopedia.
I can't find it.
A cookbook.
Okay, cookbook. Drag and drop carefully. Cheese. Toxic waste. How to get ahead. This is a recipe for success. If you follow the instructions carefully, you'll get ahead in no time. Top shelf red book, yep. Scottish Delight. Caterpillar? Well, none of those was formula.
An encyclopedia.
I think we looked at both encyclopedias. Volume 2. All of this would be useful information towards figuring out the solutions.
A diary.
Try some of the diaries. Okay, that's the one we just got in red, so we're good with that. Oh, success might end up with a key.
A diary.
Any number of these might be the right answer. Carpet bag, yep, read that one.
A diary.
Oh, there's multiples of the same one.
A journal of experiments.
Oh. Experiment number 529, making the ultimate monster. Follow the steps exactly to bring the ultimate monster to life. Step 1, obtain a heart and a brain. Go to the monster lab. Step 2, the ultimate monster must be made of carefully selected matching human pieces on the monster slab in the monster lab. Step 3, insert the brain into the creature's head. Step 4, during assembly, add the heart to the monster's torso. Step 5, when all the parts are assembled with the heart and the brain in place, activate the animator ray. Repeat if necessary. Step 6, cry Eureka. Step 7, accept the Nobel Prize and laugh at anybody who ever made fun of you.
A diary.
I guess on higher difficulties, you probably need to build the monster first instead of him just walking around Monday, assisted doctor synthesis in his monster lab. Once again, the subject seemed to come alive for a while, but it didn't last. The doctor blames me for his failures. Tuesday, today the doctor surprised me with something new in the monster lab. He said, Igor, guess what this is? Before I had time to answer, he switched on his new ray gun, and the next thing I knew, I was in the kitchen. Since then, I haven't felt 100% myself. Wednesday, according to the doctor's great plan, he will create real monsters and then teleport them into the bedroom closets of every child in the world. I asked him what was so great about that, and he said if I needed to ask, I wouldn't understand the answer, even if he explained it. That's not the dumbest thing he's ever said, but it comes close. Thursday, I ran into the kid today. He seems to be doing okay considering how he got here. Dr. Synthesis teleported him into the monster lab. The doctor was trying to put a monster in a kid's closet, and instead he got a kid in the monster lab. Some great plan. Friday, the good Gahan knows there's a kid in the house by accident, so of course he wants to let him go, but the evil Gahan knows there's a kid in the house and he won't let him out. He's really beside himself on this one, and I thought I had problems. I'm glad I'm not Gahan. Saturday, I went grave robbing last night. Had a swell time. Got 2 good legs, 1 heart, and some hardly used guts. I love my job. Okay.
A cookbook.
It's getting later, but there's still time left. Remember, I'm on your side. Come here, you!
Yeah, so that was definitely the evil one. Could go back up into the attic and refo on stuff, but then it's going to take even more extortion to get back out this time.
Be quiet, and we can sneak up on it.
I am quiet. You're the one who's making the noise. You be quiet.
We got Papa Perny himself stopping by. Copernicus the Desert Wizard. How's it going? Yeah, this is Gahan Wilson's The Ultimate Haunted House. 1994 CD-ROM release for Windows 3.1. Hell at the moon, baby. Let's see. I don't know if I can see that. Oh, the worms want to come with us. Yeah, it's getting close to 13 o'clock here, and we don't have all the keys quite collected yet. House is definitely getting spookier.
Look at what I have! A really disgusting severed head.
8. Actually, if someone would do a mysterious incantation with Wolf Link, that would be nice and appropriate for this. School didn't realize these games were available. Yeah, so most of this stuff you can find on archive.org. And I'm running this in DOSBox with Windows 3.1 because it works better that way than the other things that I tried. Yeah. Yeah, objective of this game, though, is to collect 13 keys. Oh, wait. One of the things said to play the records on the record player, so let's actually get back in there. Come on, get back in there. Yeah. Oh. Without the space, but you got pretty close. I mean, I'm missing now.
Oops.
Oh, hello again, kid. I don't think I have anything to give you this time, though. No space. I don't think there's... Oh, cheese? Does the kid like cheese? Can you do some cheese? There we go. Oh, bork, bork, bork. Yeah. There, kid. Have some cheese. Got it. Gotta see that wall.
Thank you. This is for you now.
Okay. Well, the kid gave us an eye. So we keep doing it at the same time. At least now the time does stack up on that. So Wolf will be around for a little while. Yeah. I hear my brothers off in the distance. Yeah, this is a weird organ. Bork, bork, bork. An eye for detail. Which one? This one was the... that one. Actually, I really like this one. Oh, and okay, let's play some records.
To thank the Nobel Prize Committee for this great honor. No, that's no good. I would like to thank the Nobel Prize Committee for acknowledging my genius by awarding me the Nobel Prize in... awarding me the Nobel Prizes in biology, medicine, chemistry, physics, and... what else is there? Oh, no matter, I'll win them all. Call me a quack, will they? But I'll have the last laugh. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I like that how he started with a regular voice before quickly putting his Boris Karloff impression back on. Let's see, we got Frankenstein monster again. I don't know what he wants.
The bird prefers live food.
Alright, did we get more worms? We did get more worms. Okay, let's go back to the room with the bird and feed him some worms. Drop this key off on the way by. Oh no.
It's getting later, but there's still time left. Remember, I'm on your side.
Last time you said that, you were actually the evil version. No, I'm just getting out of this room. Okay, switch to worms. And the whatever is awake again. The worms, here we go. Nom 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 nom. That wasn't enough. Oh yeah, we need to make the formula. We need to make sure to find the good version. Yeah. I still don't know how to quickly tell them apart though. Actually, the only time we had the good version, he was up in the attic. Boy's the evil the next time we saw him. Can I feed you the pig? No flying pig for the bird. Here, you do something with this. Nope, he just tears that up. Get back in there. A couple clicks and you can tell if it's good or not? Okay. Well, actually last time he showed up, I clicked on him, and then he immediately did the routine again. Oh, hello again, kid.
Uh-oh.
What's wrong, kid? No, I'm getting very low on items. I don't think I'm going to have anything the kids can hear. Can we shock the kid? Come on. Oh.
The two-headed guy eats people. Really? You have to run away from the monsters or else they get you. Oh!
That's a bit of an overreaction, if you ask me. Actually, we haven't seen the two-headed monster in a long time. I think his story arc might be complete. Oh boy, it's getting really spooky in here. Let's see, I need another source of items. I need to recover the teddy bear again. Oh, you should think of the monster kid from Undertale. Yeah, kind of. He just needs a striped shirt and he'll be complete. Oh, I keep saying, oh, time is up again
Let
already.
me hold that for you.
Umbrella. We don't have a nice brain or a naughty brain. Okay, I gotta remember the one with the lock on it leads to the monster lab. Oh. Snorlax. Oh, I don't have Snorlax yet.
This liver has dirt on it!
I'll give that one
Of course it has dirt on it!
I'll give that
I
one
got it out of a grave!
I'll give that one a look-see doodle and see if I can find one that looks good. Actually, what was the most recent one I added? I got Lickitung working somewhat properly now. The tongue doesn't quite... Oh, spelling. Let me step into the rescue here. Where's the thing? Let me bring my control panel. Changer. And... Oh, right, because it's not...
Count on me to see you through to the end.
Right, because the 2D puppets and the 3D puppets are not the same browser source, so... Could do one of
these first to get it right on back on the right thing. And then press the magic button. So there you go. Bye-bye, sir. That's right, so okay, control F. Okay, it's control F10, put the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Only 2 hours left. Sounds like a good one? Okay.
Check the attic trunks again. There's a magic scroll in this house. Get it for me.
He's interested in the scroll.
You must find the scroll. This is important. I must have the scroll of 13 o'clock. Use the Swiss Army knife on the cutting board to open cans.
Oh.
All I need is the magic scroll. Find it for me.
Bad one.
Yeah. I need the magic scroll.
Yeah, is this, after what we read in the book and knowing of the lore, it definitely seems like a problem there. It makes sense that the evil one would be wanting it so badly. Source of items. No. Crap, I guess I do have to go back up in the attic again then. Where... Well, what did we actually... Alright, this is the...
Look who's walking
room.
down the hall!
Snack time!
Uh-oh.
Right, and that leads to the game room. Oh, actually, come to think of it, we never did get it to land on key on the slot machine, did we? Okay, we get back to the library. Yeah. Oh, we got the worms again.
Okay. Climb back up. Okay, there it goes. It's getting a bit up. Ditto.
Igor, what happened to that left leg I was saving in the monster lab? Why is everything always my fault? The two-headed monster probably ate it.
Okay, so cheese, brain, Jigglypuff. So you could also use the randomation if you want to get one that is definitely in. Okay, that's everything in there. Oh, hello. You are new. Okay. Alright, like I said, some of the monsters are not interested in talking to you. Okay, teddy bear, so try giving it to the kid next time. Turkey. Unfortunately not ball turkey. Oh, more interesting to just try randomly. Yeah. Yeah, and if I remember, I might end up adding some of them too. Clefairy. Almost all of the first gen ones are available on the website, so I can get them added. Wait, what? Poison dart? Yeah, we're just gonna get another negative status effect. Ooh, not this one. This one sucks. What's in here? What? Uh-oh, it's you again.
You haven't found all the keys yet. I wish I could help you.
The bomb?
There's a magic scroll in this house. Get it for me.
There's a vacuum tube, but we haven't seen the doctor show up in a long time either. Okay, we got moths there. We got flying clothing there.
The attic trunks are never empty for long. You're in trouble now.
Oh, yep, evil. Yeah, I can still... No, back for more extortion time. So what is it going to be, 3 items to escape this time?
Trapdoor. Now you're caught. Good work, Rocky.
There's Blob, speaking of that.
See? That wasn't so hard, was it? Now you can go.
Oh, all right.
Okay, right now I'll move because I want to, but you didn't make me move. Remember that.
Oh, you again.
Count on me to see you through to the end. Don't put things in the carpet bag. Come here, you!
Hey, I'm back again. Yep, clearly a bad one. Him saying not to put things in the carpet bag. That kind of makes sense there. Oh, potion. Take that back. Hitman Chan, Hitman Me, Xbox, PS3, Hitman Chan, Hitman Me, Sephiroth. He said, don't take items you use bad. Yeah, he's definitely gonna say things that are not useful advice. You're talking to...
Be very careful opening trunks. monsters can hide in anything.
Yep. Still don't know where that magic book is that you need. Oh. Slightly typoed Hitmonchan. Oh, is this a new record? That's... Oh boy. This thing scrambles us up in a hurry. Need to find out if this is a new record. That's the top corner. This is kind of scrambling it a little bit faster than I can get the stuff moved in place. No. Look at that, that's terrible. That's like quite so many moves to fix. Okay, there. Oh, that just left. Oh, butter time, huh? Yes. Hello, everybody. It's Butter Pikachu. Let's see. I don't think we need to...
I find the garbage can to be vulgar, don't you?
Uh-huh.
The monsters in this house attack with magical curses. The curses make things more confusing to help keep the victim from finding keys. Or did you already know that?
Uh-huh.
The monsters in this house attack with magical curses. The curses make things more confusing to help keep the victim from finding keys. Or did you already know that?
Uh-huh.
Hello again. So the fact that you keep showing up means that there's probably something that I have that you want. What would that be? What would that be? When it's 13 o'clock, you will go to bed. That sounds like a good time to stop, because we're definitely not going to start another full game. 3 more keys, just 3 more keys. That's all I need. Need the kid to show up now that we have the teddy bear. And unfortunately, we crushed the vampire. So I don't think we'll be giving her any blood now. I'm gonna have to take some time and actually read through all of the books in the library. Try the phone again? Oh yeah, that was useful hints there. The clock chimes though, so important. Can't skip them. Oh, hello everyone. How are you doing today? I seem to be in some type of medieval torture chamber. Unless there are 3 keys. We use there. So I don't even know what we have to do to get them. Phone. Give me a hint.
Hello?
What?
Is this the victim? Good. It's me, the hint guy. It's long distance, so I'll make it quick. One of the creatures in the haunted house is the Countess Vinakava, a vampiress. She's not very nice, especially if it gets dark. You can make her leave you alone, and she might even help you if you give her the things she wants. But watch out if you meet her in the dark.
And she's out of the game, so...
In the end, I'll see you get the reward you deserve.
Uh-huh.
Break the window in the library.
Yeah, with what? I don't... Wait, bomb? Can I throw the bomb through the window? Oh, this is not the library. There's no window in the library. That's the evil one, huh? Because he's saying something that doesn't make any sense. Say the library. This is not really the library. Actually, there's something else too. Also, the kid hasn't shown up again since we got the teddy bear. Yeah, worms, junk, poison, blood. And the doctor isn't going to show up again, is he, for the vacuum tube? At the very least, so we can try the game room. Spam the slot machine.
This liver has dirt on it! Of course it has dirt on it. I got it out of a grave.
Okay, King came back. Yes, please, Can, get in my bag. Alright, come on, slot machine. Key, not key. No. Key, not key. It was over enough flush. Yeah. Hey! Okay, well that's confirmed at least, so add that to the note for the attempt next time. Where's the bomb? I don't know where the bomb would be used. Okay, let's play tic-tac-toe one more time. Nope. Oh no. I'll pull and hope for more keys. If it can do that, and we can just stand here and spam that for keys, that'd be convenient. Oh, it closes and stays closed. Okay. R-S-T-L.
Choose a letter. You can do it. I'm counting on you. I'm risking my neck here, so you better win this game.
Blank blank LL blank T. Not bullet. Oh, it's a kid.
Uh-oh.
Alright, kid. There you go. Oh. No. I need to stop. I need to move that out of the way. Back to the teddy bear. Okay. There, kid. Mallet.
Thank you. This is for you now.
Okay. That was... Looks like no, it's just regular hangman. Let's see. I haven't tried A yet, have I? A. Oh, okay.
I'm risking my neck here, so you better win this game.
Yep, you got it. Mallet.
Another lucky winner. Here, take your reward.
Oh, hey. There we go. There's our window breaker. Actually, that's our everything. Well, not this one, apparently. Oh, wait, it opened again. Okay. No. Out of the way, please. All right, pull. Boom, key. Key something. Could have been badly. if it actually lands on 3 of something a bit more dangerous looking. Oh, hello again. Wish I remembered what the Frankenstein monster style monster wanted. Really went away. You think it's possible? Key, something else. I also don't know whether it's legit random or if it just decides, okay, after X number of spins, you get the key, and then afterwards you can't get any more keys. It's getting close though, it's getting up to 2. 1.
Oops.
Kid again. I don't know what else the kid would want. Key still shows up, but why wouldn't it give me one? Don't know. I know some of these characters, we give them one item, they give a key, and then we give them something else. They give us something different.
I found some popcorn in the screening room. You like popcorn?
Sure. You like liver?
Alright, and there's still this, like, trapdoor looking thing underneath this. Feed it. I don't know. It's hard to say whether it's just something that you use object on, or if it just stays there. Mallet it. Yeah, we could start. Oh wait, mirror. This is a mirror, isn't it? Try breaking all the things. Back, mallet. Where are you? Mallet. Not that. Nothing to that. I ain't giving you that mallet. Nuh-uh. We did get key, so let's put the key in.
I put an eyeball in the tickler, but the two-headed guy didn't come and get trapped in it. Why not?
Maybe he wasn't in the mood for eyeball. Did you try guts, or a heart, or a brain? They like those too.
Okay, I'll go back and try putting guts in the tickler.
Guts in the tickler. Right. Actually, I couldn't even figure out. I could put things in the crusher, and that's how we ended up getting rid of the Vampiris, but not... Okay, I'm right. Oh, I broke the window, but then the mallet went out the window. Go back to the torture chamber then, I guess, and take a look.
If a train is going 80 miles an hour southbound for 2 hours, and another train is headed northbound at 95 miles an hour, then
they're gonna hit each other! Smash! A picnic! Oh, I love eating outdoors!
More hint.
Hello? Are you there? Okay, pay attention. When people or monsters in the house attack you, they give you a curse. When you're cursed, your hand turns into a skull and crossbones. A curse can make things look strange, sound strange, or act strange. Curses go away by themselves after a while. All curses can be dangerous. Be especially careful of any monster or person who has cursed you before in the same game. If you get the same curse too many times, you can lose time off the clock. You'll wake up in the foyer and hear the clock strike. To avoid a monster's curse, leave the room. Clicking on monsters or dragging things to monsters doesn't help.
Okay. So we kind of already figured that out.
Hi, let me tell you something. Most of the time, you can only find one key in any one place. Once someone or something gives you a key, you won't get another key the same way for the rest of the game. But creatures and things that already gave you a key can still be useful. You can get other useful things from them.
Well, and there it goes.
Your time is up. Now you too will become part of the haunted house.
Alright, well, game over. So, old school open file dialog box. Still though, not too bad for a first attempt, huh? Oh, I need to find that scroll next time? Yeah. Yeah, I need to take the time to go into the library and read through all of the books. And then that way I'll have a lot more of the lore and other useful information about things that we can do. Nothing else is interactable until you actually start the game. There we go. Quit. And there's all the people that were involved.